Yo, what's going on, Nintendo family? It's me, Switch Unity here, and today I've wanted to throw my hat in the ring and give my 2 cents on the current price drama in the Nintendo community. If you were like me and watched the recent Treehouse, which I have on screen right now, you can see that the chat was talking about anything but the new amazing Nintendo Switch games they were covering, and everyone was spamming the phrase drop the price. And when I saw this, Nintendo fans, at first I was really confused, but if you're in the same boat as me, let me explain. Apparently, a lot of people were angry at the fact Nintendo started pricing their games at $80 recently, and even more were getting angry at the changes to the physical release, but I'll get to that in a moment. Let's start by discussing the whole $80 for digital games debacle. This, I feel, is being blown way out of proportion for 3 main reasons. Firstly, we need to consider inflation and how little games have conformed to this over the years. For instance, looking all the way back during the Nintendo 64's life cycle, games were still $60, and $60 back then is way more than it is now. So honestly, it is about time we have to start coughing up some more cash for Nintendo's constantly amazing games. And while this first reason has already been said from other Nintendo channels, my second reason is more nuanced, and I think it makes Nintendo's decision more understandable. Nintendo's profit margins ever since the Wii U disaster, even though that console was amazing, have been super slim, and I know, everyone is going to bring up how that was 10 years ago, and the Switch should have dug them out of that grave already, but the Switch has been selling in the post-inflation world we currently live in, where inflation is forcing Nintendo's hand to raise prices. So it's no wonder the Switch sales haven't allowed Nintendo to recover from the Wii U yet, which will finally be done with the Switch 2 and these new $80 prices. And for my last quicker point, there's no way people are saying $80 for a Mario Kart game is quote-unquote not worth it. This was also an issue around the time Tears of the Kingdom was launched, with people saying the same about its $70 price point. But as I'm assuming will happen with Mario Kart, all doubt was quickly dispelled about it being worth it once it launched and everybody loved it. Though, even with how many good reasons Nintendo has to raise digital prices, Nintendo family, I still am kinda hurt that physical releases are getting bumped up even further, with us now having to pay $90 for physical games. Though, with me being an active games collector for years, this really doesn't come as a surprise with how much older games sell for in good condition nowadays, and honestly, if you don't see the box art and game keycard worth the price bumping up to $90 instead of $80, you probably shouldn't be buying physical in the first place. And a minor side note that's kind of related to the physical side of the drama, people are also having an issue with the game keycard system and how some games will entirely be contained on the cartridges for physical. This I don't really get, since number one, with how big and entertaining these new games are going to be, it's no wonder they won't fit onto the cartridge. And two, if they did manage to fit on the cartridge, they definitely would change the size profile of the Switch game cart, which would force me to replace all my current Nintendo-themed Switch 1 carrying cases I've collected over the years. So in my opinion, people are really overblowing the importance of this specific detail. So, Switch family, overall, if you were sitting on the sidelines of this whole drop the prices protest, I am right there with you, and I don't really know what to think of the whole thing. There are so many different opinions and reasons people have to hate this current change, but I can only see it as Nintendo finally getting paid the right price for what they create. But what do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments below, and as always, let's keep up the unity, Nintendo fans.